Hello, everyone, and welcome to StampinScrapper.com. I'm Joyce Whitman, an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. Tonight, we're going to be making this fun card. It is a thank you card that is very easy to make. And believe it or not, there's actually no stamping, but we are going to be using Stampin' Up products to make this card. One thing I wanted to start though before we get started is I have some exciting news for you. Do you remember in the celebration flyer this beautiful ribbon on page 7 of the first edition publication? This beautiful organdy ribbon? Guess what? It's available. You can get this now. It's only while supplies last. So if you want to get this, you need to hurry and get it. Go to my Facebook, not my Facebook page, StampinScrapper.com. And hi, Patty. And you can go in and order this. And for $50, you can get this free. This ribbon is beautiful. I've used it on a lot of products. So you'll want to get this if at all possible. And I wanted to also let you know that, excuse me, on Friday, we had some extra, products that were added to Celebration. Now, remember when they added on here, this was the second release. Remember they added the all adorned stamp set, the country floral embossing folder, and the painted season bundle. Well, the bundle you have to spend $100. The other two you have to spend $50. Well, they knew that the paper was so popular. Guess what they did? They added that you can get just the paper with a $50 purchase. You can also get, now the rest of the items are in the annual catalog. You can get the Share What You Love embellishment kit, the scattered sequins embossing folder, the mini pizza boxes. Now I use these a lot. The pearlized doilies, rich raspberry velvet ribbon, the petal pomade designer paper, and the delightfully detailed laser cut specialty paper. So those are also available if you spend $50. And then also on Friday, they have started our celebration coordination. Now this is really neat. I have this stamp, this punch. It's called Story Label Punch. I should have grabbed it. Let me quick grab that here. This is the Story Label Punch. Try to see if I can, oh, hello, you can see me. Hi. I'm trying to get it so it doesn't glare with my lights. Here it is. But it is really pretty label punch to punch out different sentiments for your cards. That also coordinates with More Than Your Words, the new stamp set. That's new. And it coordinates with, oh, it's in this one. Oh, I didn't put my little tab on here. Let's see here. Part of my story. So it will fit these sentiments too. And then they got us framelits to go with some of the products in here. There is framelits now to go with the Hello Cupcake. I'm sorry, I should have had these pages marked. The So Happy Together. And this has the punch. And there was another, oh, the Lasting Lily. It also has a punch, framelit that will go with it. And also with the pretty painted seasons, with this stamp set, they also now have framelits that are available. And those are all available for purchase. Now, these will only be available in March. So if you want these, you want to get these as soon as you can or while supplies last. So you want to jump on that and get that. I did get the punch already, and I really enjoy that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started tonight with our project. Let's put these up here so they're out of our way. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you too that I did. Remember, I've been using the chamois sheet, simple chamois to clean my stamps. Well, that looks awful, doesn't it? And you all know me and my OCD, so that I have to have things neat and clean. This was driving me nuts. So I went to a stamping retreat this weekend, and one of the girls said she puts paper on it. I thought, perfect. The paper fits right inside here. You can add paper. And I've done this for different things, but I didn't think about it for my chamois. Now when it sits on my desk, voila, it looks nice and clean. I was so excited. Yay! Oh, I moved my little sign. Sorry there. Okay, we'll get this one out of our way. Okay, let's get started on our card. So this is the card that we're going to be making today. Hi, Carol, how are you? We are going to be making a very simple, easy thank you card for masculine. Erica's boyfriend, Nick, needed some thank you cards for some people that helped him with his new condo. So this is what I came up for him to use to give out thank you notes, and he loved them. What we're going to be using tonight is, see this pretty paper right here? See that right there? It's designer series paper. And it is right here in the Tranquil Textures Designer Series paper. It's on page 190 of the annual catalog. I'll bring this up so you can see it. See, look how pretty that paper is. We're going to be using this sheet right here. And it is so pretty. And oh shoot, I don't know where I put my card. Oh, here it is. I wanted to show you too. I used this paper also this weekend. At the retreat I went, we had a swap. And so I used this paper right here, this one, the purple one. And this is my card that I made with it. I used it on the side here. Now look how cool this card is. You lift this up and voila, there you go. It's a cool, fun fold. Yay, that was fun to make. Had a great time on my retreat too. So we're going to be using that on this card. And then another thing we're going to be using is on page 220, we're going to be using the thank you framelits. And this is where this came in, but there's a trick on how I got that to stick so nice, and I'll show you that. So that's what we're going to be using this evening on that. So that can go right there. Okay, so let's get our supplies we need out here. The first thing we're going to need is our card base. Let me set this here so you can see the card that we're going to make. So you can see, whoops. I am just a hot mess today. I was just telling my husband, everything I tried to do today was a mess. It would take me longer, or it wasn't working, and it just kind of kept going on and on all through the day. I was like, I'm sure you guys have had days like that too. So let's go back to this. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is going to be 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to score it at 4 1/4. Whoops, I was supposed to set that there. See, I told you, I'm a hot mess today. This is 4 1/4 by 5.5, 4 by 5 1/4, and you're going to put that in the inside of your card. Then you have the black is 3.5 by 4 3/4. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Oh no, where'd my designer series paper go? Oh, this is not good. No. I guess we might be cutting a new piece, people, because I don't know what I did with it. And this is what live is all about, huh? Well, I'll show you how we're going to cut that then, because I have no idea what I did with that piece. I had it here a minute ago. See, told you my day was going nuts. Okay, so we're going to cut this designer paper. See, this is the front piece. This is the piece behind it. It has the greens, different shades of green in it. So what we're going to cut this at 3 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut mine down. You know what? I think I want the design going this way. See the little design? It goes this way, or it can go the other way. I think I want mine this way. So let's line this up at 3 inches. Oops. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut that, and then we're going to turn it, and we're going to cut it at 4 1/4. And you know, I'm going to find this as soon as I am done with my, oh, you know what? I just found it. I put it away in the packet. That sounds like something I would do. So anyways, this is going to cut, we cut this at 3 by 4 1/4. Okay, now this is, you're going to also have, oh, here it is. Yay. I told you guys I'm dying here today. This is a little piece of black paper, and I cut this at 3 by 3.5, and this is what we're going to be using to cut out with our framelit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So what we're going to do is just fold our paper in half. We already have it scored, and remember that your mountain goes inside your card. You want the, see, when you score, you have a mountain or a valley. You want the mountain on the inside of your card. And we're just going to hear our Whisper White paper. We're going to put that on inside our card. I did not put anything on here. I wanted to leave him space to write. Okay, so then we're going to put our black. And now this black piece is our bigger piece. That's 3.5 by 4 3/4. We're going to line it up on the corner. Remember, if you have the same size border all the way around, you're good. You lay it, drop it, and it's totally centered. So we're going to do that the same with the smaller white piece. Again, this is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And you know what? That looks crooked to me. Let's get this one on straight. And let's look at this way. I guess it isn't, but it looks kind of crooked to me. Does it look crooked to you guys? Huh, could be the angle I'm looking at it. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the designer series paper right away too. Now, if I was stamping on any of these, I would not adhere them until I did my stamping. Because if you make a mistake, you can always flip it over and make, oh, go back up there. You can always flip it, your paper over, and stamp it again. Okay, this is the trick we're going to use for that thank you. I am going to be using our self-adhesive sheets. They come in a packet like this, so you can see it better. They're 6 inches by 12 inches, and you get 12 sheets of these. And these are wonderful. So I cut this at 3 inches by 3 1/2. So I cut this then down 1/8 of an inch. So this is at 2 7/8 by 3 3/8. It's two-sided, but you want to take off the piece that it has the writing on it. So you're going to come in here. Now watch, I did this great this afternoon when I made the card, and today it will probably give me a hassle to get off. Oh, come on. Like I said, it's been one of those days. Oh my goodness. Oh, this does not want to come off. Oh, there we go. Good. Now this will be very sticky. So we take it off, throw it away. We're going to flip it over. And now I always purposely do this a little smaller than my paper because I'm going to be running this through my Big Shot. And I don't want any sticky on the roller of the Big Shot, so always cut that a little bit smaller. So let me bring in my Big Shot so you can see what we're going to be doing. Okay, I'm going to set that right there. All right, so I'm using my magnetic platform first, and then I'm going to put in my base plate. Now, this is one thing to remember. When you're doing this, this is the sticky part. So flip it over because you want to make sure you're cutting on your cardstock because you want the lettering to come up just like that. If you flip it like this, it's going to stick to it. It's not going to cut it. So you want to make sure it's like that. Just line it up like that. And then we're going to take our top plate. And I always mark mine top plate only, but it's been a little worn here. And we're going to just lay it on there and then crank this through. And you only have to cut it through once. If you had a more detailed one that you were using, you might want to go back and forth, like bring it back again this way with, you know, just turn yours the other way, the other direction, and go back this way, and you will get a better cut. But for this one, we only needed to do it one way. Okay, so it slides right off, which is great. And see how it comes out? But guess what? The paper's still on the back, which is wonderful. Now this is where our handy tool This is our take your pick tool. Remember, you can have this. This has the sticky stuff. Okay, I haven't used mine for a while, so the sticky stuff's kind of dry. Let's get some more. I'm just twisting this a little bit, and I don't know if you can see, but it's coming out the end. And so if I wanted to move something little, I can just pick it up with this. Very nice, especially if you're like doing a punch. Say we have this punch and we had a little piece of paper we were trying to move around. I put everything on, so I don't think I have a little one around here to show you. But you can move it around with this and it'll hold it in place. This will stick to your paper so you can move it easily. But today what I want to use is, I want to use the pointer part. And also on this, you can twist it, and it has this, I call it a little spatula part, but today we're going to use the pointer part. And this just helps me get the little pieces off once I take this out. So here I have it taken out, and you'll see the pieces will fall out, the big pieces do. But sometimes the little pieces come off. Oh, they're coming out easy today. This earlier when I did the card, it did not do that for me, which is good. So I'm just using my nails, one advantage to having long nails. And we're just pushing these out. Oops, so here we go. We'll just use it for the little one there. Oh, great. Yay. My day's looking up. Yeehaw. So I don't need this anymore. Move this over here. Throw this away. Okay, now I automatically put this right back onto my magnetic card here so that I don't lose it. When you put it on here, you have, this is the flat side. This is the cutting side. You want to make sure your flat side is against your frame, your magnetic sheet, because that will keep it handy. I do label mine so I know what the name of this is when I go to use it. And this little one here tells me I have one piece on it. So like some of them can have 20 pieces, and then I can go in and count them before I put them away to make sure I have them. Now I get mine from Stamp N, the letters N, storage.com. Lots of wonderful storage products for our stamping things. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off again. Hopefully it will come apart. Yep, so see how I'm peeling it apart. I'm just going to take that off gentle. And you want to make sure you do this gentle, because if you pull too hard, you could rip it. And we don't want that. We want it all to stay one piece. Oops, here we go. Alrighty. So we're going to take our card again. Oops. Here's our card. Okay, now, if you look here, because I was doing multiple ones of these, I wanted to make sure that they looked the same way. I wasn't using a Stamparatus or anything. So I need little visual things. I'm a visual learner. I need visual where to put it. So what I did was I made sure this part right here is on the edge of the white, and the bottom of the T was on the edge of the designer series paper. So they all look the same. So I'm going to make sure that's on the white. And this is, I don't want to go up too high. I want to make sure that lines up right on the edge. And then I'm just going to slowly, and I'm barely touching it. I just want it to kind of lay on there to make sure I have it in the right spot that I want it. And it looks about the same distance on the top and the bottom. I guess the top's a little bit higher. So if we want to, if you take it up gentle, just take it up gentle, because I barely touched it when I put it down. So we can raise it a little bit. Again, we're going to line it up. The two marks, my white. Whoops, no, my white. I was thinking that was looking a little crooked. Okay, my white and my designer series paper. Let's drop it again. And again, I'm just going to lightly put it down. See how this turned a little bit? That's how, you know, those thinner pieces are very delicate. Okay, I think that looks great. So now I like it. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to tap it just a little bit harder. I'm just putting it down to make sure that's exactly, yep, I like it. Now I'm going to go through and I'm really going to press it down, because I'm not moving it now. It's good where it's at. There you go. And that's how easy it is to make those cards. They're great for when a man needs to send out a thank you card, or for when you want to send one to a man. That is perfect too. It works out great for both of you. Again, I want to tell you, about that the ribbon is available again. I'm going to show it again because some people joined at the end. Of course, you know, all my other stuff is on top of it today. Okay, so I want to let everyone know that here it is. The paper here, 7 of the first publication. You're gonna see my little notes here. I write all over my catalogs. I have notes everywhere. This is available while supplies last. You need to order $50 in products for that. So you can go to stampandscrapper.com, and at the top you can click shop, and you can order that through there, and it'll come to your house. Also, I do have some exciting news. There were some good things that happened today. Robin and I went to look at some places because I have been talking about doing a retreat. I went to a Stampin' Up retreat this weekend from a couple demonstrators. Tina and Peggy had one up in Rockford, Illinois, and I went, Illinois, and I had a great time. It was a lot of fun, and I'm like, I keep talking about it. I am just going to go do it. So Robin and I went today to look at some places and get some ideas, and we are going to be having a one-day retreat in September. So keep an eye out for information about that. We do know our name. It's Stampin' Scrapper Holiday Extravaganza. Happening in September, we will be using products from our holiday catalog. Isn't it hard to think about holiday catalog already when we still have the new annual catalog coming out? And that reminds me, the new annual catalog will be coming out in June. Now, the month of March, this is what I tell most of my customers. Make sure that you are, or I shouldn't say most of them, I tell all of them, if there's anything that you really, really want out of the annual catalog, you need to get it by the end of March. And the reason is, in April, our retirement list will come out. And then once that list comes out, it is while supplies last. They won't be making new things. But I do want to show you that we do have some colors that are ending at the end of May. So the powder pink, lemon lime twist, tranquil tide, berry burst, and fresh fig will be leaving us at the end of May. And I will have to tell you, I'm pretty sad about it. You know what? I like all of these. I'm going to be sad to see all of those leave. But at the same time, I can't wait to see which new ones they come out with. So if you want paper, your ink pad, if you have an ink pad and you haven't bought a refill, now is the time to get your refill for that. And trust me, I was one of those ones like, oh, I'll get the refill later when I first started Stampin' Up. I don't need it right now. It's good. Well, guess what? The ink went out of retirement. They discontinued that ink, and I can't use it anymore because I don't have the refill for it. So if you want any of these beautiful colors, again, powder pink, lemon lime twist, tranquil tide, berry burst, and fresh fig, now is the time to get it. And also, if you want any of the beautiful stamp sets in here, the embellishments, the designer series paper, I will tell you with the designer series paper, they do not carry that over. Those will be leaving us. I'm sorry, I'm looking for them. I have my catalogs marked. This one isn't marked, so I don't know where it's at. The designer series paper, which is beautiful. We have 4 pages of it. That will be leaving too. So if you want any of this, this is the time to get that also. And any of our embellishments. Let's see. Like, I have tabs on mine, so I really don't know where things are because I'm looking for my tabs. Here they are on page 197. Any of the embellishments, the memories and more. They carry some of these over, but not a whole lot. But this is a time, if you want anything, you get it by March 31st in the catalog. So thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful night. And I apologize for the mess up with the paper and everything. You guys have a great evening. And thank you. Bye-bye.